It's an honor to be with you in Summit because I see the potential for greatness. I see the potential for helping to solve world problems that affect all of us. So it's a privilege for me to be here before you. Now I have 10 minutes, but my Morehouse students know that you need to put a clock on me. They say with the Morehouse man, you know, he'll tell you a whole lot. I graduated from Morehouse College in 1972. I was inspired to come to Morehouse from the 60s, having closed down public high schools in 1968 when they assassinated Martin Luther King. And we said enough is enough. We were Malcolm X followers, but we had a dear heart for Brother Martin Luther King. There was one place I was going to, and that was Morehouse College. I didn't apply anywhere else. And as you say, it's family. It was family. Now I have to say something to you because I have to control my bias. I'm a 4th generation HBCU. Probably went to an HBCU preschool. All of my family members, mostly all of the professionals, lawyers, doctors, teachers, all of them are HBCU graduates. I don't know anything else. I really don't. Now, I'm here to talk to you where you are in your space, undergrad. And we've had earlier presentations about life after undergrad in the legal field, law school. And I want to challenge you. I want to challenge you and you challenge your institutions. Tell you quickly what really gets me in my seat. And it's not just at Morehouse, but it's what's happening, I believe, in undergrads across the board, especially I'm concerned with what's happening in the HBCU community. Imagine this. I'm sitting in my office, and a young man, sophomore, comes in, and he sees my credentials on the wall, Morehouse, North Carolina Central University diploma on the wall. And he says, Dean, could you tell me about law school? I want to be a lawyer. Sure, fine. And, you know, my first question is, why is it that you are interested in law school? And in most cases, it's not clear, and maybe it's not supposed to be clear. But sometimes I question, does that line up with your inner spirit, your purpose and passion that maybe you are discovering along the way? And I see a lot of the influence that students come today, they influence on the outside, but it's not a good or bad or wrong influence. But I question, what is the purpose of your interest in law? I want to get paid, Dean. I want to make a whole lot of money. And you need to help me get to Yale or Harvard. Now I'm turning around looking at my little cup from North Carolina Central University. And I'm moving that cup a little forward. You don't see it. I'm the pre-law advisor for PAD. You're familiar with PAD? We have some PAD members. You want to stand up here a minute? Now here's my struggle. I see more and more interest in law coming undergrad, our young men, and I suspect this with our sisters as well, that the external influences, you know, where is it that it lines up perhaps with the mission of the HBCUs that you attend now? Do you understand the question? The question is, why did you choose to go to your undergraduate school that happens to be at HBCU? That's a loving community. What's the purpose of HBCUs? Our former president, Dr. Michael Franklin, talked about social conscience, with the need to serve and lead and uplift, not just our community, but the world. Doesn't mean that your purpose that you were born with has to do necessarily with social justice. It could be that your dream could be one that creates a World Bank. But don't leave out all those countries who are starving for resources. I'm sure at your HBCUs, I am sure the moment you stepped in there, and when you leave, you would have had the lessons directly and indirectly that will affect your social consciousness. I know that. But it is your dream. It is yours, not mine, not the institution. It's about your dream. And how can the educational system support, prepare you to realize those dreams? So what am I saying? I'm saying, okay, we do have a lot of great pre-law activities to prepare students for law school. And a lot of those activities are driven by the students themselves. I can't keep up with those guys. But my question is, what is your interest? What perhaps are we not doing to connect the spirit, the purpose of Morehouse College? Connecting that with your dreams. Where are we not doing that? Now we have fragmented pre-law programs. We have activities in our religion and philosophy. You know, we talk about ethics and so forth. We have activities in our business and econ department where we have business law. We have a load of law-related courses in our political science. It's all over, but is it comprehensive? That's our challenge. Our students are getting what they need. Our students are doing very well. Here they are already, right? But the question that I pose to my institution, that I want you to pose to your institution, we need to get stronger. We need to get into current reality. All this information out here on the web, this flooding, this influencing, those are the external factors that are flooding kids in high school to choose these schools and get you here and there, and never really ask you, who are you, and what are you destined to be? Who are you to become? What is your purpose? So what am I saying? As I try to bring this to a conclusion, it's about you. Ask the question, in your HBCU experience, a social consciousness to serve. Does that have any relevancy to my aspiration in the legal field? And if it does, if I can connect that in some kind of way, what's here at my institution, my beloved institution, is helping me to craft out my pathway. Because here's the goal, and I want you to keep this in mind. When you graduate from undergrad, I want you to have done due diligence to make sure that you have been exposed, developed, to make sure that your career is fit for you and no one else. It's a financial fit for you, and it's a personality fit for you. You have to discard the noise that wants you to get somewhere for another person's agenda. And there are many institutions out there that have other goals that are cloaked under this thing of diversity. They got nothing to do with you. I want you to have a good life. I want you to have a great legal career. But you got to have that alignment so when you graduate that you start to apply and look at the landscape of law schools. There are HBCUs out here. There are non-HBCUs. But at that point, you should know who you are and what you're looking for. You align yourself, your purpose, and your passion with the missions of those schools. And consider the affordability and the personality. And you will come out with the conclusion that this is the best match for me, wherever that is. See the young man who came in and says, you know what, yeah, I see the cup up there, but I don't want to talk about that. That's one of the HBCU law schools. The city that you got, who flew here? Anybody fly in Atlanta? Raise your hand if you flew. Well, here's the question. How many of you flown into Atlanta at the airport? How many have experienced the airport? The busiest airport in the world. What's the name of that? Don't go on the international side. It's all Wayne Jackson. Wayne Jackson finished Morehouse and finished North Carolina Central University. He sent us, the former radicals of the 60s. go right up there to Central. Wow. And who do we see there? Law professors who are more alums, who were sharp in their fields, who produced Senator Leroy Johnson, the first African-American senator in the state house here in Georgia. The first one, the only one in a racist segregated government that ruled this state where most of your ancestors are from. We also have those who finished HBCUs that have gone on to non-HBCUs and do exceedingly well and come back and give. But the question that I want to pose to you, who is it really about? What is it really about? Is it about you? Or is it about somebody else's expectation? Or is it about an influence of money and power? Let it be you. And I guarantee you will make the best match. And we've had, when we opened it up, she was alive with the stars. She had a family that looked at her. It was beyond one. Look at her example. This is how it works. There's no straight and easy path to your dreams. I'm sure all of you all will do well. I'm excited to be here, and thank you for the invitation.